Marvel has introduced a lot of new faces lately, but only a few feel like real future stars. Some already have solo books, others crossed over from animation or games, and a few were pushed into major storylines almost immediately. Today's list is all about the names that could go from fresh creations to major players in the Marvel Universe very soon. If you're into comics and nerd content like this, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Spider-Boy burst onto Marvel's radar in Spider-Man #7, where readers learned that Bailey Briggs was once Peter Parker's kid sidekick before being erased from everyone's memory by the web of life. That twist instantly made him stand out, especially because Bailey is only 10 years old and had to prove himself in a world that forgot him. His debut and first solo adventure sold out fast, helping Marvel launch an ongoing series almost right away. Bailey is more than a younger Spider-Man clone. He can cling to walls, move with wild acrobatic speed, talk to spiders, and even get strange psychic flashes through his spider sense. His past is also darker than it first appears, since Madame Monstrosity played a major role in transforming him into Spider-Boy. That mix of mystery, youth, odd powers, and a tragic origin gives him the exact kind of setup that could make him a major Marvel name. Bloodline entered Marvel in Free Comic Book Day, Avengers X-Men #1, introducing Brielle Brooks as the daughter of Blade and Saffron Calder. That alone gave her instant importance, but Marvel pushed her further by making her a young Dhampir tied to her father's legacy. Instead of being a background relative, Brielle quickly became a lead with her own miniseries, Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, proving she was built to stand on her own. Brielle carries Daywalker-style traits that let her fight vampires while struggling with the darker side of what she is. Marvel then moved her into larger supernatural stories like Blood Hunt and placed her in Avengers Academy, showing long-term plans for the character. What makes Bloodline work is that she is not just Blade's daughter. She brings teen energy, family drama, monster lore, and a strong place in Marvel's next generation of heroes. Kahhori first appeared in What If, which made her unusual because she was created for animation before entering comics. Marvel built her origin around an alternate history where the Tesseract fell into Haudenosaunee lands before European colonization, transforming her into a powerful Mohawk warrior. That concept made her feel bigger than a normal debut character and helped her stand out at once as one of the breakout heroes from the series. Her rise stayed strong because Marvel treated her as a breakout hero, not a one-off experiment from animation. That momentum led to Kahhori, reshaper of Worlds #1, which officially brought her into Marvel Comics and linked her to Earth 616 through a story set in Hell's Kitchen. Between the cultural identity, cosmic origin, and jump from Disney Plus animation into comics, Kahhori already feels built for much bigger things at Marvel. Kid Venom debuted in Death of the Venomverse, but Marvel made sure he did not feel like just another symbiote variant. The hero is Kintaro, a boy from 10th century Japan who bonds with the symbiote Clinter, giving the concept a mythic and historical flavor that sets him apart from Eddie Brock and the modern Venom line. Marvel also put creator Taigami at the center, letting the same manga artist shape the character's look, tone, and origin. That push turned into Kid Venom, Origins, and then a 4-issue solo series in 2024, showing Marvel had bigger plans immediately. The publisher even teased that Kintaro and Clinter were heading toward the modern Marvel universe, opening the door for links to Spider-Man and the symbiote mythos. Kid Venom works because he mixes samurai-era imagery, manga energy, and classic Marvel branding, making him a clear, long-term bet among recent characters. MStorm, whose real name is Mei Igarashi, began as one of Peach Momoko's new Champions designs before making the jump into Marvel canon in Ultimate X-Men. Marvel revealed her full origin in Ultimate X-Men #3, where Mei is introduced as an ordinary girl whose life changes after her unusual powers appear and her hair turns from brown to white. From the start, she felt like a fresh mutant built for the new Ultimate Universe there. What makes MStorm stand out is how clearly Marvel positioned her for bigger things. Her story ties her admiration to a mysterious freedom fighter in Africa who also commands the Storm, giving Mei a direct thematic link to Storm without making her a copy. Between the new Champions concept, Peach Momoko's style, and her role in Ultimate X-Men, MStorm already feels like a character Marvel can grow for years ahead very easily. Amaranth was first created by Jen Bartel for Marvel's New Champions variant cover program, but she quickly became more than concept art. Her official in-story debut came in Scarlet Witch #6, where Marvel introduced her as a young sorceress and a former protege of Agatha Harkness. That setup instantly gave her weight, because she arrived tied to two of Marvel's biggest magic names instead of starting from scratch on the sidelines. Her early story makes it clear why Marvel sees potential in her. Amaranth turns to Wanda Maximoff for help uncovering her shadowy past and controlling her growing magical gifts, and Agatha herself places the girl under Wanda's guidance. That puts her right in the center of Marvel's mystical corner, while also linking her to new champions. With mystery, unstable power, and strong mentors, she feels built for a much bigger future. Hunter's Moon is Dr. Yehia Badr, an Egyptian physician who entered Marvel's Moon Knight mythos as another chosen avatar of Khonshu. Marvel explains that Yehia was viciously attacked by vampires and left for dead before Khonshu saved his life and claimed his loyalty. That origin immediately separated him from Mark Spector, because Hunter's Moon was introduced as a believer who would carry out Khonshu's mission with total devotion. That devotion became the core of the character. Marvel describes Hunter's Moon as the disciple meant to correct Moon Knight's strayed path, and later stories even frame Yehia as the brother to the fallen Mark Spector. His rise in Moon Knight and Vengeance of the Moon Knight showed he was not a throwaway replacement, but a lasting part of the mythos. With his medical background, brutal purpose, and religious loyalty, he has major staying power. Hallows Eve is Janine Godbey, Ben Reilly's longtime girlfriend, and she rose out of dark web with one of Marvel's strangest new power sets. Janine's transformation came after a deal tied to Limbo and the severed finger of the demon Sim, which gave her a bag of enchanted Halloween masks. Each mask unlocks a different monstrous ability, instantly making her feel less like a normal Spidey villain and more like a wild magical wild card. Marvel moved fast with her after that debut. Hallows Eve received her own solo series in 2023, and the publisher openly framed her as a breakout Spider-Man villain with room to grow. Her stories revolve around crime, survival, and her desperate bond with Chasm, but the real hook is her unpredictability. With a horror theme, shifting powers, and direct ties to Spider-Man's world, Janine feels built to stick around for a long time. Jeff the Landshark first appeared in West Coast Avengers and quickly became one of Marvel's most lovable modern characters. Created as a small landshark who escaped from MODOK's experiments, Jeff was later adopted by Gwenpool and then found a place among Marvel heroes. What started as a funny visual gag turned into something much bigger, because Jeff's mix of chaos, innocence, and bite-sized danger instantly connected with readers. Marvel kept building on that appeal through Infinity Comics, comedy stories, and bigger appearances across games and publishing. Jeff became popular enough to earn his first solo print series in 2025, proving he was more than a mascot. He works because the character is simple but flexible. Jeff can be adorable, destructive, weird, and heroic all at once, which gives Marvel an all-ages star who still feels at home in the universe. Luna Snow, whose real name is Seol Hee, began as an original hero for Marvel Future Fight before making the leap into comics. She was introduced as a Korean pop star with ice-based powers, blending celebrity, action, and visual style in a way that instantly set her apart. Marvel designed her with both offense and healing in mind, allowing Luna to use dark ice against enemies while channeling light ice to protect and restore others. That multimedia start became one of her biggest strengths. After breaking out in games, Luna Snow entered Marvel Comics, joined teams like Agents of Atlas, and stayed visible through projects like Marvel Rivals. Her profile kept growing until Marvel gave her another solo spotlight with Luna Snow, World Tour. Between the K-pop identity, striking powers, and success across games and comics, Luna feels like one of Marvel's smartest modern creations. Those were 10 recent Marvel characters who could become much bigger names in the future, and it will be interesting to see which ones truly break through and become lasting parts of the universe. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment which character has the most potential.